Yeah, it really is a bit of a wake up call, but at the same time, it's a bit confusing for Jax because she's about the work, she's about the law. It's as simple as that. It's really nothing else. And so it takes a second for her to take that in and be able to have a moment to think, okay, well, could she be right? What does that look like if she is right? Because where we pick up with Jax, we're really starting to see her in a very vulnerable state, and she's able to do a lot more self-reflecting than she probably would have done in the past. Right, yeah, we really don't know what's happening with Evan Gerard, but Jax's spidey senses are up that there is probably something, though we don't know exactly what it is. But that's the one thing that I think is so interesting about Jax is because she is in this vulnerable state, she's not clicking on all cylinders like she would, in the past. She's giving herself that time to heal and figure it out. But at the same time, she knows something isn't right. To see her put these little things together, so that by the end it all comes together for her, and we're able to realize that Jax is still always on it. She's always there. Even if she's not at her complete best, she is still going to get the job done. Well, yeah, the way the whole thing with Evan Gerard and Adrian plays out, it's unexpected. So that by the time Jax gets to Chanel's house and sees Adrian there, she's certainly not expecting anything of the sort, in the way that it ends. She's really thinking that, okay, he has some information finally that he's gonna tell us. But when he threatens her with this gun and everything happens, she realizes, oh, this is a much bigger thing. Evan is definitely involved in this, and I now see that we have to go down a different path, and let's bring Adrian with us down that path. Absolutely. I think her decision to bring Daniel with her is smart. She understands what has happened the last time. It's a bit tough for her because she still has this, bit of just bravado, what have you, just that confidence. I'm fine, I'm independent, I can take care of myself, I'm aware of my surroundings. But I'm happy that she does have at least enough self-awareness to realize, okay, that did happen over there. You never know. It's better to be safe than sorry. So I think the fact that she did ask Daniel to come with her was really a great step in the right direction and another peek into her vulnerability. Well, yes, because that's what I mean. Jax is in a very just difficult situation because though she's not at her best, she still knows that she can do what needs to be done. She still knows she has the contacts, she has the resources, she knows how to get the job done, but she's just allowing herself to have this time, have this moment to herself. So it is difficult for her to take that step back. And then once she does see that Corey is making decisions that she would not have made, it's difficult to stay in that back seat because this is her job. She is a partner at the firm. She's very good at her job. And this is her best friend, one of her best friends that she's defending. So she has, much more at stake than Corey does. But I think it's difficult for him to realize that she's not just coming from a place of, just feeling empathy for her friend and, being a bit more vulnerable because it is her friend. It's also, yes, it's my friend, but also because I know what needs to be done. So it's a little bit of a needle that she's trying to thread there in making sure that she's getting the job done the way that she believes while also protecting her own mental health. Yeah, I think that came, as a bit of a surprise to Jax to even see it start to play out that way. That's not what she anticipated. And then also even somewhat Corey's participation in it. He didn't tamp it out as quickly as I think she would have thought. So once she does go to Corey and say, hey, look, this is not what we're gonna do here. We can't do this. We have to be a united front. And he understood and he was on the same page. And so I think that's when the tide turns for both of them. And at that point, they're able to say, okay, we may have a difference in our approaches here, but our goal is still the same. So let's see how we can work together to make it happen. Yeah, they are. It's been great being able to have us all be a happy family of sorts, because yes, Lewis is home. Jax has been home much more than she's ever been. And so I think the kids feel that, they see that, and it's really helped everyone. It's helped the relationships all around, especially, dealing with Spencer. I think for Jax, she was really concerned about that relationship in particular. And then I think, she kind of finds out in this season, the attention shifts from Spencer to Naima a bit, because now she's feeling left out and uncared for, and no one's really paying attention to her, and that comes as a surprise to her and Lewis as to how did we miss that? Lewis is paying attention to the clothes that she's wearing and all of that, and I'm missing pickups and drop-offs and activities, those kinds of things. So I think they're all back together as one unit, but now trying to figure out, okay, what does this look like for me now? I know that things can't be as they were before. Family is my priority, but at the same time, this case does take some precedence. How does it all work together without allowing a repeat of what happened before? That one, it doesn't play out completely in this season, because though the wound is still there, I think what happens is the drama of this case, the drama of Jax healing from the trauma of everything that's happened before and now trying to fix her marriage. I think those things take priority in her life. I think there's a bit of, I don't know, some closure now that Paul is gone. And I do think that there's going to come a point where she's going to allow herself to fully go down that path of what that means now. Okay, he's gone now. How do I feel now? But there's so many different, traumas on her plate right now. She kind of has to take one at a time. I think that for both Jax and Chanel, this experience is going to strengthen them individually as women, but then just their friendship, because you really can't come out on the other side of something like this and not, be changed in some kind of way. Jax really realizes that she missed something here, and it was a pretty big thing. And that does something to her. Am I not a good friend? Am I not as present as I thought I was? So she has to go down that road. And then I think with Chanel, it's the fact that I wasn't able to fully say this to you because I didn't think that you would really believe me, that you would really support me in that way. So I think for both of the women, they're able to come together, and on the other end of this, I think the relationship would be better for it. The way things go from episode 5 until we get to 10, you think that you're here at 5. It literally amps up, until we get to 10. There's so many things that happen. There's so much drama jam-packed into these 10 episodes. You get to really see it all play out, and it really comes to a sense of completion for a lot of these really important storylines, from the domestic violence, everything that happens with that, even just financial abuse, mental abuse that happens, Jax dealing with her own traumas and mental health. We get to see how that plays out in her life and in her marriage. And then just marriage, going through therapy and trying to fix that after you've had, after you had something that has wounded the marriage. What do you do after that? And then you have the whole, parental aspect of it with the children. How are they dealing with everything that they see their parents going through? And knowing that their friend's mother is now, on trial for this, how that's affecting them. There's so many things that are playing out in this season that by the time you get to episode 10, you're gonna have to stop, take a break, get another glass of wine to just unwind, and then get ready for the conversations you're gonna have with your friends about it. There will absolutely be another mystery unfolding this season. The way episode 10 ends, you're not expecting it, and it's gonna be the perfect ending and setup for season 3.